Okay, let's see who we're doing next. Already did Leo. Aries. I guess that wraps up the... crap, where did it go? Aries. It's your turn. There we go. Yeah. I've got another camera on the go. I was using the laptop cam after trying not to use my cell phone anymore because I don't have any space on my phone to be consistently doing this whole flippity floppity erasing stuff thing. This is your October tarot read. Check the description box for everything you need to know, including where you can actually look at your natal chart, all that kind of stuff. We're going to start with an oracle card, find out where you're at for the month. If I can help it, I'll probably also do at the end of the month the Wheel of the Year reading for you. So let's hope that we can get that going for you. But yeah, well, let's see what we can find out for you, Aries. Of course, we're going to fumble the cards. One more. Okay, give it a knock and we'll see what we get. Okay, Zenith, she who prepares, formulating strategy and devising something. Now you take a look there. This card. Still trying to understand how this one works. But yeah, so formulating a plan of some sort, using strategy and divisiveness in your decision making, that's more than likely what's going to happen there. That's going to help you out as far as October goes. I'm using 3 new decks. You are going to get, this is actually my favorite of them, is the Muerte Tarot. We're going to do a 10-card spread for you. This deck, I can't bridge this deck just yet, but we'll see how it goes. 10-card spread is what we're going to do for you. It's not a Celtic cross. It's more of a horseshoe type situation there, or a seashell type looking thing. Should work out well for you nonetheless. Cards have already been pre-shuffled, but we'll do them once more before we get into everything for you. And twist for fairness. Now, I will only take flippers and jumpers, a maximum of 3, but there are 2 cards in each position. We're going to start out with Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is the current energy for you? What is Aries currently? Well, that was quick, but it was too many. Okay, that's what we got already, too. Looks to be 5 of Cups in addition to the 7 of Pentacles. There's a feeling of a lack of gratitude for a situation, fixating on what has been lost as opposed to, see there, fixing on what's been lost as opposed to recognizing what is still intact in a situation with the 5 of Cups here. And there's a feeling of having to navigate the mind and the emotions in order to kind of recognize where one still has the 2 cups with their contents still intact as opposed to fixating on the cups that have their contents spilled. In addition to that, you have the 7 of Pentacles. This is a card of investment where one is putting one's energy towards future gain, and where one isn't. You can see here in this card for the depiction of the 7 of Pentacles, we have an abacus and somebody counting their investments. There's I'm kind of hearing it over here. It's like, don't count your chickens before they've hatched kind of energy is also kind of something that's coming up here. So there's also something that has to do with that. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, that kind of thing. But it's about the energy that you're investing currently into something. And if you're investing the appropriate amount of gratitude for what is still present as opposed to kind of recognizing what has been lost. Are you investing too much energy into what has been lost as opposed to what you still have there in front of you? Right? I think I've heard that before though. Like way back. Okay, your current desires, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What else is going on for you? Current desires for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And bear with me, I'm going to have to get used to this camera too now. Because this one actually focuses. So, we'll see. Okay, we have a flipper. Current desires, 5 of Pentacles. Bringing oneself out of the cold, recognizing, you're attempting to recognize at the present moment where one has not been left out in the cold, but rather has the ability to exercise self-empowerment. It's like here, this is like walking on eggshells, or feeling as if there are no riches, that feeling of everything being kind of futile and exercised in futility. But some of these skulls are emeralds as opposed to just skulls. And in the reverse, this is somebody who isn't recognizing the riches that they have at their disposal, that they can exercise self-empowerment in some sense to really bring about a feeling of being in control still, where there may have been a loss of control or a loss of feeling of control. Like no longer being the master of one's own fate or destiny, And if we look at the classic interpretation in the Rider-Waite, the 5 of Pentacles is often 2 individuals outside of a church where they feel like they're destitute, cold, stuck outside, locked out. But really, if they wanted, they could let themselves in and warm themselves inside of the church at any moment. They're just choosing to sit outside. So it is about a victimhood mindset in a way. And your desire right now is to come out of a victimhood mindset, to exercise self-empowerment, and to bring yourself out in from the cold, to create your own fortune. Thank you. That was what I was hoping to kind of articulate a little bit better there. What else is your current desire? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. Temperance. This Sagittarian energy, but it's also about healing. It's about balance, equilibrium, the realization of how one can heal oneself. I'm trying to get this to focus. The ability to heal oneself and how that looks. The tempering of 2 emotions. This is a Sagittarian card, I think I had already said. But it's also about pouring in between 2 cups. Understanding where one needs to create balance for oneself. It's almost as if you're attempting to, your desire is to have moderation in mood, in mind, in emotion. Highly spiritual. Gaining a deeper understanding from a spiritual space into something, and therefore, prevailing over feelings that have extremes. It's a self-mastery of sorts. What you do not expect at this time, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What you do not expect. What Aries does not expect at this time. I thought that I had a card flip. Hold on. Maybe I didn't. Okay. Now I have the... Okay, Nine of Pentacles. And it's funny because I actually ended up seeing this in error as Six of Pentacles in the reverse the other day. I'm still trying to get... Okay, good. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. What you do not expect is a loss of independence, the loss of the ability to firmly lay the foundation towards your legacy. That, you know, the inability to travel towards, or an interruption in traveling towards that which survives you on the earthly plane. Normally the Nine of Pentacles is being able to stand on one's own 2 feet, being able to provide for oneself without reliance on another. It's ultimate self-reliance on the earthly plane with material wealth, with your energetic resources as well as your material resources. What you do not expect is that moving forward or in the present time, this is a warning that you may not necessarily have the independence that you normally have enjoyed in the past, or that you will need to rely on others, or that the need to ask for help is nigh, or will come about where you once hadn't expected that would be a necessity. What else does Aries not expect? Okay. The Five of Wands in the reverse. Healing of a conflict. An apology after a conflict, or coming out of conflict with somebody that you had once had arguments and setbacks with. The healing of an argument. This is like the apology of an argument, or a situation where there was once conflict and fighting. There being an alleviation of that anger, or an alleviation of the animosity in between 2 individuals who were arguing. Perhaps what you do not expect here is that you're encountering the loss of independence, and the need to rely on others has helped you to see another's perspective, and therefore it's healed a grudge, or it's healed a conflict in between you and somebody else. You have a deeper understanding into their perspective on something, and therefore you're no longer in conflict with that individual. Is that what you're not expecting? Is that this is going to happen, this is going to occur? The need to ask others for help when you normally would be super self-reliant. Aries is, if nothing else, independent. And as a result of the need to ask for help and encountering that walk of life when it is so foreign to you, and then all of a sudden you're starting to see others as perspectives, and therefore when you've experienced another person's perspective, you're able to see where they're coming from, and therefore it kind of heals animosities and conflicts with others, because you can understand where they're coming from a lot more, perhaps. Just give me a sec. In the near future, well, that was fast. We have the Hermit in the reverse with the Three of Cups in the upright. In the near future, first of all, we have the Hermit in the reverse. This is somebody coming out of the cave of self-discovery, having learned a personal truth. The realization of that deep personal truth, it has begot an inner knowing that is super unique and very profound in a lot of ways. And it is cause for celebration with the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is also gossip, a hen party, a bridal party, but it's where three sisters, three individuals are celebrating over wine and chattering amongst themselves about others. Oftentimes, they could be talking about something that somebody else has come to realize while they have been on their own in exile or isolation from others. These three individuals could be talking about somebody else who's isolated themselves from others in order to learn a deep personal truth or exercise deep knowing or heal something within themselves. There are three individuals who will be gathering together to talk about this. That's in the near future. Virgo energy on that hermit in the reverse. And in the distant future, for you Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, we have the Queen of Swords in the upright, Libra energy. Could be next Libra season. Balance, justice, fairness, equilibrium, truth, truth-seeking, the law, Lady Justice. Tell us more. Could be a court case. Could be attempting to seek balance in something for yourself. No, serving yourself justice or serving somebody else justice, doing oneself justice. Talk to me. It's a rather efficient spread, this one, isn't it? I'm going to have to yank a card if I don't get one soon here. Okay, we have them. Flippers. We have three flippers. Okay. So what is this justice about? Oh, this one wanted to flip around. So there's your justice. There's your Queen of Swords in the upright. Need for balance, equilibrium, justice, fairness, and truth in a situation or a court case where there's justice, truth, equilibrium, or the seeking of it. In addition to that, we have the Two of Swords in the reverse with the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Slow, plodding, methodical, forward action. When I see horses, knights, pages moving in this direction, it is energy that is moving forwards. So energy that is moving towards, so outwards from you. Whereas when it's moving in this direction as opposed to this direction, if it's moving in this direction, it's coming from you. When it's moving in this direction, it's moving towards you. So we are seeing here slow, plodding, methodical action, strategic, moving forward towards you in a material sense, whether it is monetary or energetic. They are resources, and somebody is coming towards you with those. It's going to be a message or a communication about a contract or an offer that has material gain attached to it. With this Two of Swords in the reverse, it's somebody who's made a decision after hitting a fork in the road. They've taken off the blindfold. I'm hearing here cutting through the bullshit also. It could be about somebody making a cut of some sort also here. But there is a decision that has been made and an offer or a new contract is being signed or communicated. It is something that was very slow moving, slow going. This is Virgo energy here. There is balance and equilibrium in this, and interestingly enough, the Two of Swords I always see as a Libra card as well, because it is, it is balance. Again, a fork in the road where somebody has now decided which direction they're going to take. Instead of being ambiguous with the direction that they want to take, they have now decided and they are slowly traveling towards. But this is traveling outwards. This is traveling outwards from you. I'm sorry, I apologize that I'd said differently. This is traveling outwards from you as opposed to moving inwards towards you with the direction that these are moving. So this is an offer that you're extending to somebody else after taking time to contemplate the action. You're taking the action and extending the offer. Okay? You were blind, but now you see. And now there's something where you have to right the ship. Because the Queen of Swords is here, where there is something that needs to... So either it has to do with a Libra, or it has to do with a Virgo Libra cusp individual. So somebody born at the ass end of September, or something you've been contemplating since now. Moving into the future could take you about a year to decide on it, but it has to do with righting the ship, making sure the scales are balanced, making sure that things are fair and just after a time where something didn't necessarily seem fair. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords in the upright. This is the first time I've had this guy in the upright in all of the readings that I've done. You see how he's swallowing this sword. This is somebody with a silver tongue, but also a quicksilver energy. Somebody who rides in extremely impulsively. This is a harbinger, a warning for you not to act impulsively, not to take quick action that seems irresponsible as a result of its suddenness. You don't want to seem as if you're shooting from the hip, lest you look irresponsible and irrational. Okay, numbers of significance for you, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus during October. We have 12 breaking down to 3, 5, 8, and 3. And let's look at your magnetic poetry before we're done. I have like so much magnetic poetry, it's not even funny. We'll just put them down in list format so that it doesn't appear as if we're just kind of... So it doesn't appear as if we're just kind of, giving you whatever and forcing you to read sentences one way or another. Okay. Not a lot of words for you. Okay. That's what I've got for you, Aries. Thanks for watching. I'm glad I could get through this super fast. We'll try and do something more in depth, and we'll definitely be doing the Wheel of the Year at the end of the month if we can help ourselves. Okay. Thanks again. Bye.